He was there the whole time. Yeah. Just looking.
I've been watching.
He's going to get his own theme song. Who's that standing across the street? It's Mephisto all the time. And I fooled your stupid ass, too. Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts. Now, folks, this has been quite the journey with this show right here.
Children, yeah. Our story.
I think what my wife means to say is that we moved from...
Moved from where? Married when?
God damn it! Don't leave me hanging. You don't want to hear that shit. I'm playing that part right there because this really has been quite the journey with this show, considering where it first started out with the whole sitcom parodies, which they did very well, to coming around to being the superhero format that we are very familiar with right now. Folks, for those of you who know this person, can we take a moment to talk about our boy Vishon right here?
Sup?
Now that's a theory nobody saw coming right there.
No, not at all.
Where's that turtleneck gonna lead?
We're in that Corey Coleman turtleneck.
Yeah, I got that Corey Coleman turtleneck, man. Somebody sent me a message last night saying, man, get yourself a chain, put that turtleneck on, put that purple makeup on, go as that for Halloween right there. No matter what happens with Wandavision, no matter where you fall on this, whether you liked it or not, we can always be grateful that we got Vishon.
We'll always have Vishon.
We'll always have Vishon out there.
Take that away.
I hope they make him part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
There's been so many visions at this point. Why not?
There's been a lot of them. He could be and like you said, he's half vibranium, so he's half black.
He's half Wakandian. Yep.
That fool could come in. He could be Vision's ghetto cousin.
Yes. that episode.
Yeah, that episode. Yeah. Notice they didn't do any of the BET sitcoms. This could be it right here. Yo, Vision, where your toilet paper at? There are a lot of people who are upset with the way this finally ended. They were a little bit irritated, but they said, I'm going to wait until the end to voice my concerns. But some people said, God damn you, man, I had all these theories and y'all didn't use any of them.
Why weren't you listening to me on my YouTube videos I made?
I gave y'all some good shit too, man. Y'all making me look stupid now. Come on, man.
I told everybody already.
I told y'all, man. Now we talked about this. I gave y'all some stories. I gave y'all pages. I gave y'all good stuff, and y'all didn't use none of them, man. Wandavision is that show now where it is so popular. It got so popular that the fan base is annoying. Before we talk about...
it got so popular that they hate it.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
God, is that the cycle now? Just 9 episodes is all it takes?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No.
Yep.
Sometimes it takes 3. If you ain't getting on there, if you're not giving them what they demand by the 3rd episode, 4th episode, they're like, man, look, all right, you know what? You're not doing what I want.
You're not listening to the fans.
You made the mistake of showing me the trailer. When you showed me that, I immediately started writing my own script. And you didn't use 1 page. Shame on you, Disney. And I'm not talking about all the fans out there. Let's talk about the fan base before we get into different things, because we are going to break this up into 3 things here. We're going to start off talking about the fan base, which is somewhat becoming an issue. Then we're going to talk about the theories, what happened, what didn't happen. And then we're going to talk about our impressions of the final episode. You know, what we think about it, what we think about some of the things they introduced, how it resolved itself. We'll talk about all that. But let's talk about this fan base right now. Because look, when we're talking about the fan base, we're not, at least I'm not talking about everybody. Of course not. I think most of the fans are good. Most of the fans they're fun to interact with. You talk to them online, or you read their forums, you read their articles. A lot of that is fun, man. You know, I'm talking about 2 main groups mainly right now. There are 2 main groups that have started to kind of irk me with this. One group are the entitled theorists, the the people who did make up theories, we already talked about this, and they're mad because some of those or none of them came true for you, which is stupid, man. You know, you're pissed because the show didn't go the way it wanted you to go, or you wanted it to go. You know, a lot of people are getting mad at all people who are doing theories, and I don't think that that's fair because I think this show is built around people going in and trying to guess what happened. You know, going in and having fun, trying to predict things. Yeah, they want people to make up things on purpose, but at the same time, you know, there is nothing wrong with being surprised. People are mad because they're just proven to be wrong. It's fun to be wrong. I love sitting around and talking about theories, and if they don't happen, hey, that's cool because who wants the whole thing to be that predictable?
Exactly.
There's also the other group here, man. The group that can't take criticism. Not criticism of themselves, but they don't want to hear any criticism of this show. You know, they love it so much, and that is fine. You know, I'm not talking about the people who criticize to hate the show, because there are people out there that do that. Mm-hmm. There are people out there who just want to hate on something because it's popular, or they got in late.
Bandwagoning.
Yeah. You know, they want to stand out. Oh, you watching that dumb shit? I've talked to a couple of people. I ain't watching that shit.
Right.
Well, have you seen one episode? I don't need to watch one episode. It sounds stupid to me. Well, shut the fuck up.
And we know people like that.
Well, there's people who will automatically hate something because they feel it's been overhyped. And it's like, that has nothing to do with this property.
No, those people are annoying. I don't like those people either. If you like something, then you shouldn't be ridiculed on that. Or you should definitely not hate something just because everybody else likes it, just because it makes you feel different, or you're tired of hearing about it, whatever. But, you know, I'm talking about the people who, they love the show so much that they don't want anybody to say anything bad about it. And if you do, then they find any kind of way to come in and criticize you. I'm referring to, once again, referring to what happened last week. Last week, Martin and I were talking about this. I don't know, maybe it was you and I. We were talking about that scene where young Wanda was watching TV, and we made a joke about it. And I said, you know, and I even said beforehand, I said, listen, this takes nothing away from the show for me. I actually think the show's fine. It's just little things that I don't like, but it's not a deal breaker for me. I said, you know, if anything, it brings attention to something for me. Like last week we talked about little Wanda smiling and laughing at those sitcoms before they blew her daddy and mama up. You know, I was talking about how crazy people sit in front of the TV and look at TV like that. I said, I don't know anybody who looks at TV like that. That doesn't seem believable to me. But it's not a big deal because no one else is making a big deal about it themselves. And I'm going to repeat it one more time. That's when somebody came in and tried to make it a social issue. Why am I laughing at a little girl who's trying to enjoy herself in a war-torn country with the only thing that brings her joy? And I was like, fuck you, man. You know what? I'll laugh at your stupid ass. I said, it's not real.
I think what it is, and we see this across the board with all sorts of properties that we like, but it's that people feel so invested in something that it becomes very personal for them, right? And when someone insults that thing they like so much, they take it personally, and that's why they act out in aggression. We've seen this across the board, whether it's Star Wars or Zack Snyder or whatever else.
But getting into the theories here, so let's talk about the things that they did get right. We'll just talk about those briefly, man. You know, I mean, one of the things that people noticed right from the get-go and start saying, I believe that bitch a witch. But I didn't theorize she'd have that live-ass song right there. Shit.
Great theme.
Yeah. I did not predict she'd come in as funky as that. I didn't know she'd come in with bars and fire. I don't think anybody predicted that she'd come in with a hit of the week. Yeah.
People doing their own versions of it, their own covers of the song.
Exactly. Doing their own remixes. So even with that, they caught you off guard. But that's something that everybody kind of predicted, you know, and it was almost something that was so predictable that it threw other people off. Like, well, that can't be. Plus, she's a villain in the comic.
No, and not.
I mean, I'm sorry, she's not a villain in the comic. Yeah. So when she's a villain here, you know, a lot of people's like, I don't know, you know, that's throwing us off. But most people, 90% of people out there said, I'm kind of sure that that's her, and it ended up being that. So, you know, it's not like these people don't get, they go in and theorize and they get nothing right. They do. They get a lot of things right. A lot of people got right that the sassy black neighbor, the sassy black woman neighbor was. A lot of them started to predict that she was, even when she was still in the sitcom world, a lot of people said, man, I bet she's Monica Rambeau. And then when she was revealed as Monica Rambeau, people got it right that she was going to be either Photon or Spectrum. She's one of those.
Oh, no, stand down!
There are some theories that are still left out there that people are saying, and which, again, are cool. We don't know if they'll be happening or not. These will end up coming to fruition. But a lot of people saying, well, since she was turned into a superhero through Wanda's powers, is she going to be the first mutant, or is this going to start mutant changes out there? Who knows? You know, let's talk about the things that didn't happen, though.
Which were a lot. Which was a significant amount.
Which were a lot. First of all, there was no Mephisto, no Nightmare, which, again, a lot of people laughing about that, but I don't blame people for thinking that, because, you know, I think Marvel intentionally fed into those with a lot of things. You know, they put a lot of images and dialogue out there that kind of made people think, oh, is that Mephisto putting in double entendres?
It's not a competition, Tommy.
Unleash hell, demon spawn!
You know, people looked at that. They thought,
He was like, was I not supposed to say that?
You didn't hear that, did you?
I didn't drop a spoiler there.
Not only did he not end up being any kind of super villain or superhero, because he's also not the Pietro or the Quicksilver from the X-Men franchise from 20th Century Fox. I mean, he's barely a man. He's just a dude, just a wannabe millennial actor, man.
You're Ralph Boner?
Boner.
Making Pop-Tarts and shit. Has the worst headshot, man. Yeah. He took that with his phone.
Yeah, straight up there.
Man, that's a selfie. You see
like
that?
low quality and everything. Pixels are popping out. I love that review. I know some people were pissed about it, but I was like, oh, that was fun.
People get mad about those kind of reveals. I like them.
Yeah, that was good.
They're a lot more real world.
Mm-hmm. That was the Ben Kingsley reveal.
Yeah.
From Iron Man 2.
I'm 3.
I'm sorry, 3.
The Mandarin, yeah.
The Mandarin.
Yeah.
And somebody said that was a troll. And it's like, look, it's not really a troll. They didn't tell you to think all this shit.
They already said that some of the people there were actors, so why wouldn't he be one?
Yeah.
And they never said he was the... Matter of fact, she came out and said, fake Pietro.
Yes.
Pietro, yeah.
Pietro, yeah. So y'all can't be mad because he wasn't the Quicksilver y'all wanted?
But they tricked us.
Yeah.
They could have cast somebody else.
Well, they did a meta joke.
Yeah,
I think that's what it was. And I was like, wow, that's inspired.
Yeah. They didn't tell you that this would be Mephisto. You thought it was Mephisto. You put all your money on that. That's not.
But they didn't tell me I was wrong.
Well, shit, y'all could at least give him some kind of powers. He has the power to fool your fucking ass.
That's what Mephisto does.
Yeah. So in a way, he put a Loki on y'all. Y'all sitting up here watching, huh? Not only, man, I like it that they couldn't even. Yeah, I do think it's like Marvel kind of fucking with y'all, because they couldn't even give him a name. His name was Boner.
That was a little troll. Yeah.
That was a straight up troll, man. They got y'all, man. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Hey, it's not. I laughed. I thought I was the whole time I was saying it's Mephisto. Fun. It's Mephisto. It wasn't. When I saw that, I was like, no, I didn't do that. I was like, no. That's funny.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. And eventually Mephisto is going to show up in the MCU anyway.
And you ain't going to see it coming.
That's the best part. You're right. He was Mephisto the whole time. Damn it. I was wrong. I'm stupid.
You know, wouldn't it be funny?
Stupid.
Wouldn't it be funny if Jason Kruger back there ends up being Mephisto?
Yeah, right.
He was there the whole time. Yeah. Just looking.
I've been watching.
He's going to get his own theme song. Who's that standing across the street? It's Mephisto all the time. And I'll food your stupid ass too. No, White Vision was not Ultron.
That was one I was hoping for.
Me too. I think we all were. Yeah.
No, we all were hoping for that. He just ended up being White Vision. Just kind of just
Like he is in the comics.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just kind of straightforward. Do what I told. White vision right there. And I don't think a lot of people were betting on this, but Doctor Strange never showed up. I want to talk about the worst WandaVision theories, like the ones that people put out there, and it's like, all right, now you're stretching, you're reaching. Now, there's a reason why you're gonna like this more. Don't ever say I can't own up to things. But one of the spoilers out there, when I saw the first time, I said, that's dumb. Because this is where people start doing conspiracy theorist type methods to look at things. So there's a point where they put it up on Twitter. They say, all right, man, if you freeze the frame right here, enhance a little bit, go in deep, look at the reflection in the mirror behind Wanda, you will see, and we're talking about this image right here. They say, if you look at Pietro's vision right there, or his image in the mirror, you'll see that his hand is red. And if his hand is red, that can only mean one thing. Mephisto!
Everyone's Mephisto. You're Mephisto and you're Mephisto.
Goodness.
Mephisto everywhere.
Well, as they say, the devil is in the details.
Yeah. But not those many details. Jesus, come on.
Anytime you have to go and you've enhanced the image there, you'll see it's
Yes.
no,
I'm not doing
Yes.
that.
The other theory that people were coming up with, and I'm not going to say it was dumb or anything or it's crazy, but I do think it was a stretch. And I still think that there could be some truth to this. But there was that time when Monica Rambeau, when she said in one episode, she says, I have the perfect person to go to. To the best physicist or whatever. Astrophysicist to take this information to. And people were saying, not what if that is, but people saying, oh shit, they talking about Reed Richards, baby.
Oh, right.
Man, hey, man, watch that next episode. Reed Richards coming, man. And it's gonna be John Krasinski too. How you know? Because Rambo said so. That's why. She didn't say shit. She didn't say nothing. The reason why is because she was wearing that blue suit with a lot of people are saying, and it still could lead to SWORD losing astronauts, and they lost the Fantastic Four because they did drop that.
Mentioned that.
Right.
They mentioned that.
Yeah.
Now, will it come true or not? As we said, let's just have fun with that theory. We don't know. But there's no way in hell that they were going to have John Krasinski pop up to introduce the Fantastic Four on WandaVision. I know you're saying, well, why not? What, he too big to be on there? They spent money on it. You know Marvel can do whatever they want to do. Well, the thing is that this is not even in production yet. They haven't even, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't even think they finished casting yet.
Yeah, but they could have had him in that episode that was based on The Office.
Yeah, well, they should have when he come in. Yeah, that would have been great.
Something where he looks into the camera and smirks.
Yeah, just out of nowhere. They just cut to him out of nowhere.
Special guest, Reed Richards.
He's sitting over at Wanda's table. You didn't know he was there. He's like,
that's Reed Richards right there. Oh Lord.
Yeah, man. My man is still John Watson. Somebody said in the chat he's still working on Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's still filming.
So I think that's a little bit too premature to come in and start introducing the Fantastic Four. You can start dropping things. They've definitely done it with a lot of other things.
Well, they seem to be really good about these name checks that aren't definitive and just throwing things out there. So they have the option to come back to them later. Like they could develop and go like, oh yeah, that's right, we did that thing. Let's go ahead and do a flashback to this just to let everybody know we were thinking about this a long time ago.
Yeah.
And the ones they don't pick up, nobody's thinking about them anymore.
No. Yeah. I mean, could they have mentioned, then it was kind of a mention. Could they have even mentioned Reed Richards by name? Yeah, they probably could have. They've done that before. They didn't have Doctor Strange cancel. They didn't have him casted. Before they mentioned him, I forgot what movie
Winter
it was.
Soldier.
Winter Soldier. Yeah, they mentioned Doctor Strange in that.
People they want to assassinate. That's when they mentioned him.
And I don't think that role was casted at the time. So, but they were definitely making plans for it. I don't think they would have brought in Reed Richards this early though. So I mean, I can see why people be excited, but I doubt they would do that on WandaVision. And I have to agree that now in hindsight, maybe this was a little bit of a stretch too. People were theorizing that if you turn the toaster upside down and flip it around, that's 666.
No, you were theorizing.
Which means, no, I was looking at what people saying who said, that must mean Mephisto right there. We got some devil toast. These are things that I read. I was like, hey, you know what? No, I didn't. I wasn't looking at this. Turning my computer around.
It's there.
Don't you
it's there
see?
all along.
Like my computer fell and the image was in a mirror backwards, like, oh shit.
And hence,
It's 1999.
Yeah.
Turn it upside down. What does it say?
Also, in my defense, Martin, you said look in the background, and that's a dick back there. Also, no dicks came up in any of these episodes too. So I think we can both kind of agree we were wrong. Because that's all I saw now. maybe that was him telling us that Ralph Boner's coming, man. We never saw it, man. That dick was trying to tell us Ralph Boner. Ralph Boner was right around the corner. He was right there the whole time. She looking at it like, damn, you suck, man. He was sorry. As far as the episode goes, I think it was good. I think it's fine. I see. This is where people I think are going to get upset with me. I don't think it was a great episode. I thought it was fine. I thought it was a good wrap up. I had no big complaints. I have complaints that are for me where I didn't think. It's definitely not my favorite episode. It's probably my least favorite episode out of all of them. But that's not to say that I'm trying to say that no one else should enjoy it. I'm not trying to say it was even bad. I think those other episodes were so creative with what they were doing. And it was cool having so many elements there to keep you guessing that by the time we got to the last episode, those things weren't there anymore. It kind of played out more like your standard superhero climax, which they had some good things in there. They did wrap up some things very well. But besides I think this being an underwhelming episode compared to everything else, there were some other things in there that I particularly didn't like. But again, like I said, it's not the where I hated it. It was, for what they did in the aspirations that they had with this was a very ambitious show. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I thought for the ambitions that they had with this show, they did some great things with it. But, I'll go into some of my other criticisms with this and some of the things that I also did enjoy with this. But anybody got anything to add?
I'm a lot like you, where I thought it was a good episode. It just wasn't as intriguing as the others. But this is what happens. I start to notice this trend even back with The Sopranos, where the penultimate episode was usually better than the actual finale, because finales are just about wrapping up, tying up loose ends.
The fallout.
But the fallout. But it's that one right before the last one where it's like that's the one that has you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah.
And this is all about, like, everything was happening and it's mystery and you're excited by that. And here it's like, all right, tying off this one. And it's like, this is what you want. You don't want to leave it hanging, but it's just, it's a bit anticlimactic.
Yeah, that's how I feel. How about you?
There are a lot of moments in this episode I love, and I thought it was a very good episode. It's not my favorite, but I wouldn't say it's bad in any capacity.
Yeah.
The one thing I will critique it is that and this is a thing that all Marvel movies and just the property in general has, a lot of unanswered questions. A lot of like, hey, we're setting this up for the next thing, especially with Wanda and what she's going to be doing. It's like, okay, what's going to be her role in the future? Like that, this show does not answer that. And that's fine. So that was, but it's still at the same time, it's like, I have still all these other questions, and it's like, oh, wait until next time, until years, till we get Doctor Strange 2.
I mean, that is something that I've almost gotten to where I don't even critique it anymore, because it's just something Marvel properties tend to do, which is they halfway, part of them, especially a lot of times the last episode, is a commercial for the next. Like the big criticism with Iron Man 2 was that, well, half of this is just an Avengers commercial.
Yes.
And and we knew from the beginning that this was kind of something that was going to be setting up the next Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, but I'm with you though. It's a criticism. I think it's legit criticism, but it's there.
No, I think it's legit criticism too, because that's one of the things that I think Marvel needs to really concentrate on. These should not be commercials, because we've seen some really good Marvel movies. They did that thing, and they were able to be a very impressive, self-contained property, story, movie, whatever. And then they gave you teasers for whatever's happening next.
Right, post-credits.
I think you should have an exciting story that should actually make you more excited for what's to come instead of like, well, here's a poster for the next thing that we got to do. I think that's a valid criticism right there. I think the only time that it shouldn't be criticized is if you just judge it on that solely. Man, why don't they quit teasing us for the next thing? Well, that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, and secretly you love it.
Yeah, I love stingers. I love post mid-credit stingers. I love that, man. What I don't love is when they're just, again, movies are just posters for are commercials for the next thing. Although they did wrap up some things, they wrapped up those things pretty tight.
They wrapped up plenty.
Yeah, there's several moments between a couple of characters, particularly between Wanda and Vision. I thought this is beautiful.
I was really surprised how they were able to pull emotion out of that.
Yeah, I even got a little teary-eyed in that one part we'll eventually get to. I was like, damn, okay, you did a great job with this.
Well, I think they handled that well. Vision about to leave. We knew that. That's another thing that people predicted. They said Vision's going to have to go. And a lot of again. And they said, yeah, exactly.
They can't do this again. You get 3 times now. 3's the limit.
No, they cannot do that again.
It's like Glenn in The Walking
Dead. Yeah.
No, it was. A lot of people saying like, Vision's going to have to go, and it's going to be and it was a very touching moment, especially since White Vision showed up and tried to crush Wanda's skull. Hey, look, that head is gone. You already heard bones cracking.
Yeah, at that point, boom, instantly. Yeah.
When you hear bones cracking, your skull is already gone.
That's the thing I thought is like, man, if his thumbs go for those eye sockets, it's over.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. And get open martelled.
You know what? I'm glad you weren't there then. Shit, man. If you go for her eyeballs with your thumbs, it's a good idea, Martin. No, give me that. He got a mouth twisted and everything. No, wait a minute. It's me. I know.
Yeah, her mouth is elongated. She looks like that painting, The Scream.
Shit, her jaw's already broken right there.
Yeah, that's it.
But that just made it more of an impact when Real Vision came in and said goodbye, which is always going to be a heartfelt thing when you see that.
Speaking of the Vision, something I really like.
Well, hold on. I just want to show this scene real quick before you go too far because I like the way that this was filmed and played out too.
We'll say hello again.
You can see it from Death's point of view.
When you have the Sam Raimi cam.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Vision, we coming for you, nigga. I thought the dialogue was not that great for a lot of it. Not through the whole thing, because there are some moments where, like I said, some people were doing some great things. That last bit right there, but there was a lot of monologuing that happened. A lot of it felt very, very, very stagey to me. I just didn't feel like the dialogue was very strong. Now it was comic book dialogue, and that's fine. If you look at it that way, then no problem. But as far as compared to like just the great moments they had before, I felt like there was some here, but not as much. Because and some of the stuff they wrapped up was great. I tell you, I like this battle.
Yeah.
I wish they had this battle. They beat the shit out of each other for this episode, and we came back like shit. Damn, girl.
Well, that's what I was going to say about the two Visions. What I liked was with the two of them is like they had the same aerial battle, fighting each other back and forth, but then it all comes down to a conversation.
Yeah.
Yep.
And an existential puzzle.
And I love the way she punished Agatha.
Oh, that's a fate worse than death.
Yeah.
That is cruel.
Yeah, can you, man?
That ain't cruel. She needed that.
She needed to settle your ass down. And still talking shit. You gonna need me.
Not until the sequel.
It was like, God, be quiet, woman. Shut up. But man, with the way she punished her, I'd rather go to Rikers than be in the prison that she put her in.
You're gonna need me.
If I...
Don't you ever back talk somebody when you're on your knees.
I know where to find you.
Wait.
I love that.
Hiya, hun.
That's for Sparky, bitch.
Yeah.
Baby Glenn got you barking like a dog down there. Boy, living my life talking like that, nah, kill me.
Say, That's some kind of getup you're wearing. Did I leave the oven on, or is that just you, hot stuff?
You live here now.
She's like, you know what?
Kill me. I think she's just like, kill me.
You know what? I can't let you get on everybody else's nerves. I had a question about her, though. There was a part where the last episode, because I said I heard that rabbit purring, and she took that bird that she created out of a bug or something. Yeah, she took that. She made a bird out of a bug or something, and then she squished it and fed it to her rabbit. Yeah. And I was like, okay, so we're never gonna address the rabbit being possibly a cat, or did I miss something?
Did she get that rabbit a name?
Yeah, Senior Scratchy.
Senior Scratchy.
Scratchy, right? Yeah. Right, because in comics, her son is named Scratch.
Well, like the rabbit ate the bird, and the rabbit was purring, and I was like, okay, are we gonna follow up with that at some point? Is there something that just got cut out? Because I thought that we are gonna have this big reveal of like, oh shit, Mr. Scratchy was actually a Scratchy. You know, I didn't know.
Mephisto.
Yeah. all things are Mephisto.
All things lead to Mephisto. Maybe he is. We don't know yet.
Well, Old Scratch is a name for the devil.
Right.
So.
Yeah. I love that she, she came in there. I love it that you saw, like, we had seen them mention this. They told us, but to just see these people talking about, you fucked our lives up.
Yeah.
Like we're messed up for life.
Yeah.
You need to go and get you need to get Shield or Sword or somebody to pay for our lifetime of therapy.
Which, I mean, considering what she did to these people, and they have been released and they still have memories, how does she get to go back and just be an Avenger?
Nah, that's not happening.
I know. I mean, she was messing with them right down to the wire.
Fine, you're all going to be fine.
When you let us sleep.
Yeah, I would not mind about that.
Yeah, Wanda had to choke a bitch.
Yeah, she has some slave collars.
Several.
Yeah, I mean, like, everybody just settle down. Don't crown her like this.
I would have been the dude in the background. Don't piss this bitch off, man. Hey, Wanda, I'm cool. You ain't worry about me, baby. I'm good. No, what I like though is what I liked is that she fucked these people's minds up, probably ruined their lives. And then while they were all looking at her at the end, she just flew off.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are they going to do?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I love the way they're just staring at her.
They just staring at her.
Like, you fucking bitch.
Yeah.
I love that. That was
I
great.
know they were like, I know this bitch ain't flying. She's flying off.
Not even sorry.
Yeah, so, wow. She just like an insurance company, boy. She ain't gonna pay for shit.
I think what she's doing is she's creating resentment towards superpowered people. And Marvel loves playing the long game. So what if superpowered people, that's eventually the X-Men, mutants.
Yep.
People start getting their powers.
Yeah.
This is a perfect case for that.
Yeah.
Now, remember the Westview incident? Mm-hmm. That's
wow.
Oh, yeah. We'll keep bringing that up.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
This is why these people can't have rights.
So this is the new Sokovia.
We can't have these people with powers just running around randomly.
Yeah, just ruining innocent people's lives. Which
in real life, we cannot have that.
No, we've always said that. No, somebody want no superheroes. Go watch The Boys.
It would be The Boys. It would straight up be The Boys.
Yeah. Talking about, we had the mid-credit stinger scene right here where Monica Rambeau is about to meet a certain important person in the MCU. Some people think they know who it is.
You set me up.
I was sent by an old friend of your mother's.
Shit! What the hell you doing? Don't do that shit.
Jesus. God.
Warn a sister before you do that, man.
He'd like to meet with you.
She's like, who? Nick Fury, goddammit, shit.
I thought he was going to be in this episode, honestly.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
That setup they were doing there.
Yeah.
And then you get to the last stinger here. And this is something I have a question about. With her studying this and looking crazy, is this a good thing or a bad thing? Because that's a Book of the Dead or something, right?
That looks kind of bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I was like,
that's not an image that makes me feel happy.
not much comfort in that.
No.
I mean, she's got to learn.
Magic, that's true.
Yeah, but she's
But
learning.
she has to do it so creepily, though.
It does, it has a sinister bend to it, especially with the music.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
A reason for Doctor Strange to go like, come on over here, girl.
That's what I'm wondering. So is this a bad thing? And she's learning magic. She's learning dark magic. Is Doctor Strange going to have to come in, not only train her, but like, if you don't calm your ass down right now, I don't.
Yeah.
I was wondering if that is the big lead up to Doctor Strange right there.
It's
we
a
don't
good
see
setup.
him,
Yeah.
but it's a good setup for him to come in and interfere. You're like, oh shit, that bitch got that book. I gotta do something.
The Scarlet Witch is back. Oh,
What do you think about the costume?
I love the new
great.
costume.
Slick.
Well, you know what? The thing I like is that they've given a reason for her to wear that crown or that tiara on.
Other than a tiara,
Because in her costume, she's often had that, and it wasn't until the last 10 years that they changed the design somewhat to make it look more like a gypsy thing. Because before it was just some big piece of cloth she had up there.
Yeah.
It looked stupid. But tying it into the legend of the Scarlet Witch and how it's almost like a crown or something, this looks cool. This looks way better than the costume she was wearing before.
Yeah,
it's a good way to mix what they did and her traditional
Yeah.
suit.
She don't like she's going to Hollywood prom or something.
Yeah.
Or Halloween prom. Like I said, I don't even want to give it a rating because all that do is just get people pissed off. Lawman, but
I'll give it a rating.
What is it?
Full price.
Full price. I give it a high rental, low matinee for me. Probably lean on low matinee. I mean, like I said, yeah, it's a low matinee for me.
Oh man, it's a low full price for me.